Hello everyone and welcome back to STW Sports, and today I'm going to be going over the top 10 Premier League goals of the 2019-2020 Premier League season. Of course, like every season, there's been some great goals this year. I'm here to pick the best 10 of the lot. Of course, difficult choices, but I'll crack straight on. Number 10, Douglas Luiz versus Bournemouth, August 17th, 2019. Yeah, I've said it a lot in these videos by now. Douglas Luiz, I think, is a very underrated player at Aston Villa. Yes, he's in a team that very nearly got relegated, but for me, he hasn't got the plaudits he deserves until after lockdown. This game, though, against Bournemouth back in August was but Villa lost the match 2-1 at Villa Park, but it was a pretty decent goal from Douglas Luiz. Outside the box, brilliant curling shot in off the crossbar. And yeah, this was Villa's first home game at Villa Park in the Premier League for a good few years. But yeah, this was a good goal from Douglas Luiz, I think, enough to make it into the top 10. Because like I said, Douglas Luiz, I think, is an underrated player. And this goal was a very good goal in my opinion. Really good finish. Number 9, Ruben Neves versus Manchester United, August 19th, 2019. Yeah, Ruben Neves is no stranger to a special goal, and this was no exception here. So Wolves are facing Man United at Molineux on the second Monday Night Football of the season. No, actually, it might have been the first Monday Night Football of the season, in fact. And Man United take the lead in the first half thanks to a goal from Anthony Martial. And then second half, when Wolves needed a goal, Ruben Neves scores an absolute beauty. Ball gets played to him on the edge of the box by João Moutinho. Neves does typical Neves fashion. Brilliant shot in off the crossbar. Equalises for Wolves. The game ends up ending 1-1 after Paul Pogba misses a penalty later on in the game as well. A brilliant goal from Neves. He's no stranger to a special goal. I'll never forget that one he scored against Derby County in the Championship. But yeah, this was a very good goal from Neves. Of course, great goals and no stranger. Ruben Neves is no stranger to them. This was no exception here. Brilliant goal, and the game ends 1-1. A goal worthy of earning your team, well, a win, but this was a draw, unfortunately. Number 8, Wilfried Zaha versus Chelsea, July 7th, 2020. Yet the first goal that appears in this after the lockdown, when you hear the word July in this, you're like, how was there a Premier League goal in July? Of course, we all know that's due to the coronavirus pandemic. But yeah, Crystal Palace are hosting Chelsea, already 2-0 down in the match, being outplayed. But Wilfried Zaha, who's had a pretty disappointing season at Crystal Palace, to be honest with you, scores a very good goal, though, to pull them back into the game. Maybe Kepa could have saved it, they said, but no, I think this is just a very good goal from Wilfried Zaha. Zaha is a very good player and he's capable of doing stuff like this. He hasn't shown it enough this season, in my opinion. This was a very good goal. Palace went on to lose the game 3-2, unfortunately, but still. Brilliant goal, though, from Zaha. And yeah, this is why at times he is such a highly rated player. Number 7, Danny Welbeck versus Norwich City, July 7th, 2020. Danny Welbeck appearing in this list, goal of the season. What's going on? No, but this is true, though. This did happen for Danny Welbeck. He scored an overhead kick against Norwich City. Yes, Norwich City were the worst team in the Premier League by quite a distance. Both of these teams got relegated, Watford and Norwich, but Danny Welbeck separated the two teams with a brilliant overhead kick in a game after the lockdown. A game that Watford needed to win to have any chance of staying alive, which ultimately they failed to do in the end, but a very good overhead kick from Danny Welbeck. And yeah, it was a brilliant goal, won the game for them, and Danny Welbeck scored an overhead kick. Could 2020 get any weirder? But yeah, this was a very good goal, though, from Welbeck, deservedly so in the list as well. Number 6, Che Adams versus Manchester City, July 5th, 2020. Yeah, Che Adams hadn't scored a goal for Southampton at this point. All of a sudden, Southampton are hosting Man City at St Mary's. He sees Ederson off his line from about 45 yards out, and he scores an absolutely brilliant goal. It's a shame there was no fans in St Mary's for this goal, as it would have erupted if there was fans. Che Adams had to wait so long for his first Southampton goal. Had such a frustrating time at the club before this moment, but this was an absolute beauty from Che Adams. Yes, Ederson was far off his line, but still, take nothing away from Che Adams, especially when you're low on confidence and haven't scored a goal all season. To even try an attempt like this was something, but he pulled it off. Southampton won the game 1-0 in one of the best defensive displays I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a team, pester the goal so much like Man City and not score in a game. It was crazy stuff. And Southampton were mid-table, fighting for nothing. But yeah, the goal from Che Adams was brilliant. Yeah, worthy of winning any game as well. Number 5, Fikayo Tomori versus Wolves, September 14th, 2019. Yeah, and again, not really a name you'd expect to appear on this list, actually. Fikayo Tomori, the Chelsea centre-back, who's barely played a game, to be honest with you, since the new year, really. He was at Derby County last season with Frank Lampard, of course. But in this game at Molineux, Chelsea beat Wolves 5-2, but the opening goal of the game was the real show stealer. Tammy Abraham also scored a hat-trick in this match, but the first goal, ball falls out of the box, Tomori just hits it right into the top corner. An absolutely brilliant goal from Tomori. One that I think that if the centre-back tried a million times, he wouldn't do it again. It's a very good goal, and of course Chelsea steamrolled Wolves in this game, really. And this goal from Tomori got it going. Brilliant goal from him. Number 4, Jordan Ayew versus West Ham United, December 26th, 2019. Yeah, Jordan Ayew had a very good season for Crystal Palace, to his credit, actually. It's not one we all expected, but yeah, this game, Crystal Palace played West Ham on Boxing Day, and Palace won the match 2-1 thanks to a last-minute brilliant goal from Jordan Ayew. So Ayew basically did like a Maradona skill, which got past the defenders and scored. It was a goal that if someone like Bruno Fernandes scored, we'd be talking about it for months and years. But because Jordan Ayew, to be fair, this goal does get talked about, to be fair. This was an absolutely brilliant goal. One that's not one of them long-range classics I've mentioned a lot in the video. This was a very skillful goal from Jordan Ayew, and with all due respect to Jordan Ayew, he's had a good season. He's not really the most skillful player you'd associate him with. But yeah, this was a very good goal indeed, and it won the game for Palace 2-1 against relegation-threatened at the time West Ham. West Ham did eventually stay up though, so all was good. Number 3, Harvey Barnes versus Sheffield United, August 24th, 2019. Yeah, Harvey Barnes had a very good first half of the season for Leicester City, but like most Leicester players, second half of the season fell off for him a little bit. This was a very good goal from Harvey Barnes though. Only third game of the season this was. The ball falls to him on the edge of the box, and he hits an absolute beauty into the top corner. It's one of them as well that bounced right in front of him, and he's still got the technique to hit it. And it went past the keeper. He didn't even see it, the goalkeeper. It was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, worthy of... this is probably Leicester's goal of the season. It got voted Leicester City's goal of the season, but this is it makes my top 3 in Premier League goal of the season. The technique he got on it and how much of a hard volley it is to hit as well. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to say third for Harvey Barnes versus Sheffield United. Sheffield United went on to have a very good season as well, by the way, worth mentioning again. 2, Son Heung-min versus Burnley, December 7th, 2019. Rather debatable, this one. A lot of people probably expected this one to be number 1. I had a hard time choosing between 1 and 2, but this goal from Son was absolutely brilliant. Take nothing away from Son. It was a brilliant solo goal. One thing I will say, though, for once, really, the Burnley defending was awful for this goal, to be fair, though. Very good goal. No doubt about that. Son ran from pretty much his own box all the way. But Burnley, whose defence has been pretty good this season, there's 15 clean sheets, but defending on this occasion was absolutely terrible from Burnley. And yes, it was a good goal, but Son ran the whole length of the pitch pretty much unchallenged. Take nothing away from Son. Very good goal from him. I'm going to make it number 2. I'll say number 2 on the list, but in terms of solo goals, this is right up there for the best I've seen. Number 1, Kevin De Bruyne versus Newcastle United, November 30th, 2019. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne has had an absolutely amazing season, as we all know. Kevin De Bruyne, what an excellent player he is. This goal against Newcastle, I'd give it. Man City actually drew this game 2-2 at Newcastle. John Joe Shelby equalised a few minutes later, which is a real shame because this goal from De Bruyne was worthy of winning any football match. The ball falls to him on the edge of the box, chests it down, volleys it in off the crossbar. Absolutely brilliant from Kevin De Bruyne. One of them goals that you never get bored of watching. Absolutely brilliant. Kevin De Bruyne's a fantastic player who can do fantastic things. Surprisingly, he only appears in this list once, to be honest with you. But yeah, this was excellent. And yeah, it won Man City the match, and well, it didn't win the match, so they drew the match. Sorry, what am I on about? But yeah, this wins my goal of the season, which is what I was meant to say. This wins my top 10 goals of the season. But yeah, that's my list. If you've changed anything, please let me know in the comments below. And please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll be back soon with more football content. Thank you.